Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to another one of Gortzman's Art Talk Tuesdays. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jackie G and I'm with Gortzman's Art Supplies here in Toronto. We're located on Spadina Avenue between Chinatown and Kensington Market, so if you're ever down in the area, not only should you check out those two great areas, but also come and visit us. We've been in our location for over 75 years, and yes, we are a family-run business. Today I'm going to be talking about always something that's happening in the art industry, great things that are happening with us, and things that I'd like to share with you. So, again, welcome and thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, please like us on Instagram. I want to say hi to everyone who's connecting with us from across Canada, the US, and around the world. It's always great to get feedback, and we certainly do appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can send them in during our talk, and I'll try and answer them. You can always reach out to us afterward if there's something you'd like to know, and I'll try and answer it for you. Thanks, Philip. So, a couple things. First of all, it's back to school. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but it is still back to school. We have the most amazing back to school sale on now. It is on until the end of the month. If there's anything you need, any course you are taking, any course you're thinking of online, in class, we have what you need. We are really well stocked this year, and it is all on sale. It is absolutely incredible. I would certainly suggest you check it out. Art materials, unfortunately, prices are not going down. We've already getting notices of prices going up again, but our sale is fantastic, anywhere from 15 to 40% off. On our website, you can also check out our clearance section. We are always putting up new items because we need room, and so we're going to be adding more to it over the next little while, so you can check that out as well. One thing I did want to point out, which is unfortunately due to shipping restraints in store only, I don't know if Michelle can show it, we have these great packs of 16 by 20 canvases that we got in. They are packs of 10 and they are on sale for $39.99. There is no other discount available for it. They come already packed like that, and they're ready to go. It's a great canvas. It was used by some classes. They just had way too many, so we're offering this super deal for you. If you're a school that needs them for your art department, fantastic. $3.99 a piece, you can't beat it. So again, that's something that's in store. When it's gone, it is gone. There's no replacement. So again, back to school, on until the end of October. Check it out. It is online and also in our store as well. If you have any questions, you can reach out and see what we've got. Of course, when certain things sell out, we may not be able to replace them during the sale, so I apologize for that, but we're trying to work with a lot of inventory at the moment, and so I'm certainly saying, you know what, you should take advantage of it. A couple things that I wanted to tell you about. This coming Friday the 16th, we have Anke Heinz. She is the international sales rep for Schminke, Germany. So she is coming to Canada. She'll be in our store on Friday. So she's going to be here. We want to invite the public to come and learn about Schminke. If you want to see something, you have any questions, they have such great products. So she'll be talking about all the products that we have here, including to show how to work with the new super granulation colors that we have, either in the sets or open stock. So we're going to try and do it also as an Instagram live, so those of you that can't come into the store that day, at least will be able to see some of the products and be able to ask questions while she's here. It'll be open to the public from 3:30 to 5. So if you're in the area, stop by. If you can't make it, check it out. We'll send out more information, but it is this Friday, September the 16th. That is the Schminke International Sales Rep. She'll be in our store, and we're very excited. It's nice to be getting back to some normal where we get to see some of our reps again who can really show us all these amazing things that have been arriving during COVID, actually. So that's, again, this Friday. We'll send out a post and an email and probably post something on Instagram and Facebook. A couple other things. I just want to remind everyone, we do ship across Canada. Unfortunately, if you are a P.O. box, it makes it a little bit harder, but we do ship right across Canada from anywhere in between, from east to west, north and south. We do have items that we are also shipping to the U.S. Those are listed on our website. We haven't opened it up to everything, but you'll see some lovely items that we want to share with our U.S. friends and customers. So you can also see that on our website. A new product, I just wanted to remind you, we're actually setting it up now in the store. I wanted to remind you all that we now stock the Holbein acrylics. So we have a really nice display that will be going out of these colors. This is, of course, only this is staff choice for the morning, just to show you that we have it. We also have some sets, so it's a really nice addition to our line of product. There are some other new products arriving, and we're going to be doing a really big talk about them in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for some very exciting stuff that we've been working on for the past little while. Can't wait to share it with all of you. We do also have extended hours now, so that if you are looking to shop later in the day or on Sundays, during the week we're now back to 6:30 in the evening for the next little while. So we're open until 6:30 Monday through Friday. Saturdays are 10 to 6 and Sunday is 12 to 6. So in case you need anything, or you last minute, or you just are hanging out in Kensington and realize that you want to see a great art supply store, you can come and see us until 6 o'clock. So I just wanted to talk to you about, and you'll notice actually what I was originally going to do when I was thinking of showing this today was to literally pile up all of these pads and just make giant piles. And I thought, that's going to be crazy. I don't know how I'm going to organize it when I'm actually talking about it. So because back to school has started, and we've been already getting a lot of students who come in and they've got a list, or they've got something that just says book, sketchbook, journal, drawing, something. It can get very confusing on what you should choose. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do it. First thing I would always say is ask a great staff member here, and they can give you a lot of direction on the kind of sketchbook you may want. Sketchbooks are all the different price points. They're all different covers. They're all different brands. It can get very confusing. It's like going to the grocery store and trying to buy pasta. There's all kinds of brands and things that we don't even know what to try. Sometimes it's great to experiment, and I do highly recommend that as well. But today I'm going to try and talk to you just to sort of break the fear of trying a sketchbook. As I say, when you come into our store, we've got probably a 14-foot wall length, about 3-4 meters of pads, and today I'm not even touching any of the watercolor pads. That's going to be for another day, because I think there is some definitions that are great to know when you're actually shopping for a watercolor pad. Now, when it comes to these papers, the definitions are so varied from our suppliers, and it can get very confusing for us too. I mean, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of brands out there, and it's always hard to know. Our reps are great at telling us what we need. A lot of times we rely on our wonderful customers who will make a request or tell us about something. Sometimes, and you know I do this all the time, I'll tell you I bought it because I think it looked great and I want to try it. Sometimes it's from a country that we want to represent. It's a really cool, really interesting company, and so that's another reason why you will see it on our shelves. But to start, I think, Michelle, I think if it's easier, I'll start from this side and just move to the other direction. So what I've sort of done is divide it into sections, and just to show you. So these are all drawing pads. Each one is described as drawing. You have different brands that make not only drawing pads, but they actually make within their own grouping, they make different pads. So that's where it gets confusing. Now, Canson makes a lot of different ones. And as I say, I grab as many as I can to show you, and the choices are many. Now, typically, your drawing paper is heavier than your sketch paper. So that's the first thing to look for. Sketch paper is thinner than drawing paper. So if you're going to be doing a lot of heavy erasing, not that I think anybody should erase, but I think you should work with your mistakes. But if you're going to do a lot of erasing, you may not want a sketch paper because it is a lighter weight paper. But we're going to talk about the drawing papers, and typically your drawing papers will run about a 70 to 110 pound paper, which means that the weight of it, when you feel it, is going to, you can feel that it's a heavier type. It's not a cardstock. It's like when you flick it, you can actually feel that it gives you that crisp flick. And it's quite opaque, so you're not going to be seeing anything going through. Now, I'm not recommending these necessarily for markers. These are great for dry media. If you put markers on it, you still will get some feathering with your drawing pads. Some cases it won't be as bad as with a sketch paper where you might see it go through to the other side, but you might get some feathering because they're made really for a lot of dry media. So also I wanted to show you, because in the Canson they also make these pads. One is the cream, which you can definitely see is kind of, some might describe it as a warm white, but it's actually like a creamish color. And so someone may like that just because they don't like working on a bright white paper. And then they have this one too, where they call it, it's certified for longevity. Now, we've got a good following for it. It's got a bit of a texture to it, not quite like your watercolor paper, but certainly more than some of the other drawing pads. The great thing about a lot of the pads now, which is different than many years ago, is a lot of these are micro-perforated. So what's great is if you do something where you want to remove it, I'm going to try and show it with one of these. I don't know if it'll show up clearly. They're micro-perforated so that you don't have to worry about these holes making your paper look awful. You'll just bend it over and then you can remove it. The great thing about this is if you have to submit it for a class, if you want to give it to someone, as long as it's an acid-free paper, this will stay as quite beautiful for a very, very long time. So that's something else to think about. There are a lot of choices. As I say, you're always better off first asking a salesperson for assistance, and then you can go from there. Also, I want to point, a lot of companies are now making recycled papers, so that you can see that you've got the XL recycled drawing from Canson, and then we also have this really great Bateman pad, which is made here in Canada. This one does not have micro perf, but this is a heavyweight paper. They call it 110 pounds, so it is a heavier weight kind of paper, really quite nice. Again, it is made here in Canada if you're looking for something a little bit different. And then, it's price point, because all of these vary in price. The drawing pad, which is from Bienfeng, is sort of a tried and true, very popular with students. It is a little bit lighter weight in their drawing series, but that's what they do call it. These are always priced under $10, which make them really affordable. It is a top tape only, and that's another thing. So there's different choices in the way that they make these pads. Top tape means that there's no coil. It means that they've gathered all of the paper and it's glued. So I don't know if you can see that, but the top is glued. So when you're trying to remove it, it's actually pretty easy. You're going to just sort of loosen the paper at the top and then just remove it very carefully. Then you go into your top coil, like that one, and then of course you've got side coil, like that. Some brands, like Strathmore, make different quality papers within their own range. Now this one, oops, minor glitch. Sorry if we went off camera there for a second. Sometimes. So within the Strathmore, you can get, within the Strathmore range, you can get different kinds. Strathmore makes their 300 series, which I'm just going to grab a different one from here just to show you the cover. And that's the yellow cover. They go into 400. There is also 500, which is the top of their line. So again, it's something where you decide on price point and quality of paper that you're looking for. These are all amazing papers. There's not one that I can tell you I like more than the other. Each one will work perfectly for whatever you're doing, and you can always ask for help on that. Then, of course, we go into sketch papers, just like I was saying before. So here's just 4 different sketch papers, 4 different types. You've got your Strathmore sketch, and this is their 400 series. Really nice pad. Again, they're all starting to make, instead of round holes, these square holes. They're micro perforated so that you can easily remove it. I'm trying to show you also different sizes, because really we go from anywhere 3 by 4 inches all the way up to 18 by 24. I just don't have room on the table for everything. And again, you've got top tape in a recycled sketch. Now, generally in recycled papers, they're not always 100% recycled. They could be a portion of recycled paper, and then they may use something else with it. It doesn't stop you from using any of these other ones. If they say acid free, that's always a great start for me, and that's what I would recommend. But that's certainly up to you in what you're looking to choose. The universal sketch is tried and true for a lot of people, been around a long time, extremely popular, also micro-perforated, side coil. Now, me being left-handed, and I always like to point it out, some people would find this a little uncomfortable, which is where you might prefer going with a top coil, like I do sometimes, so that you can turn it either to the short side to use it like that, or top, which is sort of like what they call reporter style. So it's really, so many different choices. Again, the weights of the paper in your sketch paper are going to be about a 50 to 65 pound. Don't try and figure out why the weight is like that in poundage. The descriptions from the manufacturers are very, very confusing. Suffice it to say, it is lighter than your drawing paper, and you can feel it. Nice thing about these pads, they're generally open so that you can feel and tell what the difference is when you're using it. And they all work a little bit differently. Again, ask the salesperson and they can help you with that. Newer on the market are the mixed media pads. And every company makes some great pads for that. And 2 that I grabbed are Canson and Strathmore. So the XL from Mixed Media has been very, very popular. It is a really nice paper. Again, micro-perforated, really nice coil, heavy duty. You can even do a light wash on some of these mixed media pads, which is great. Sizes vary depending what you like. Strathmore came out with these really cool pads a few years ago, and they're toned colors. So if you don't want to use anything that is black or white, you've got these tone colors, which could be light brown or gray, and even a mid-tone blue, which is really quite beautiful. So mixed media are newer on the market and extremely popular because a little bit more versatile if you're looking to add a little bit more, like if you want to put on a little bit of watercolor. You can't put a lot because it will go through or buckle quite a bit, and that's when you want to go into watercolor paper. But if you're looking for something, you want to try a lot of different things on it, that's another way to go. What I also wanted to show you was, choices. Now there are lots of choices. I remember that it used to be for students that hardcover sketchbooks, the black hardcovers, were just like tried, traditional. That's what everybody used in class. And yes, they are still very, very popular. We stock them in 2 formats, your 8.5 by 11, or also your landscape style, which is they call 8 by 11. You can certainly, again, use these like reporter style like that, or your landscape. So the tried and true are always going to be around. That will never change. But now you can get some other options if you don't want to go with that style. So this particular one, I'll show you because it's really cool binding. See, this is just it's not the closed binding that you get with your other hardcover books. They've left it open. So essentially when you open this pad, it's going to go flat because there's no binding or no hardcover covering to keep anything in the way. I think these are wonderful. This is a really nice sketch pad that we have, an 8.5 by 11. If you're looking for something a little different. This is also a paper cover so that you can paint it yourself or decorate it with your Poscas or jelly rolls or whatever you have. That's a nice shiny pen. And speaking of pens, I'm not doing pens today because pens is a whole other thing. So today we're just talking papers. And then again, going back to our hardcover sketchbooks. So you see you can get colors now. These are from Royal Talons. This is their Art Creation Sketchbook in hardcover. So these come in so many gorgeous colors, all different sizes. I grabbed the 8.5 by 11 just to show you, or the A4 size, and then I also grabbed a landscape just to show you that that's available. These are in probably about 15 different colors now. I mean, I just love having all the different colors here in stock. The other thing that we have is from the Lectern, and so what I've grabbed is to show you that in hardcovers, again, you can get them in all different sizes if you want something easy just to carry with you. They all have really cool elastics now, which is great, so that'll keep everything nice and closed. It's a beautiful sort of off-white or warm white colored paper, so it's not pure white. We just have these, a lot of these now, and actually that's my favorite color this year. This is a soft cover, so it's bendable. So if you're looking to shove it into a bag and you don't like the weight of a hardcover, this is a really great option. I've chosen all of the blank pads that we have from them. Of course, you can also get it in gridded, dot, and lined, but this is just to show all of these. And of course, these are a nice line of pads from, these are Ikakua by Fabriano. So again, you want something easy, you want these notebooks, you want to be able to roll it up, shove it in a bag. Maybe you're not doing it for a course, maybe you're on the subway for a couple hours or an hour getting to class, or you're going home from work and you just want something easy to work with. These are really nice. They're a stapled pad, so they're really quite simple, not too expensive, really nice covers. So something else to take a look at. They're all acid-free, which is great, and that's also very, very important to all of us now. And then we have the SMLT. You know, again, it's getting something that's a little bit different. We love this line of pads by SMLT. It's from Lithuania, a really nice company. Their papers tend to be on the slightly lighter side, although the Bristol is a really nice weight for urban sketching. They come in all different types, landscape and reporter style, and all kinds of cool covers, and nice company to support. So we're really glad to be working with them as well. That's quick. That's really fast. Oh, I didn't even show you there's Bristol pads you can get, which I thought I had here, but you can get Bristol paper. And that's also something if you like to work with something that you want to do a lot of erasing, or if you want to put marker or gouache on it, always take a look at a Bristol pad too. They come in a vellum and a smooth surface. Sometimes they use them for collage, also extremely popular. That in a nutshell is how to look for paper. It's very fast. It's not something I would always recommend you do. There's lots of choices, and you can never really make a wrong choice. You may want to make a different choice next time that you're using it. Again, our staff are very knowledgeable on all the papers that we have. We all have our favorites, and don't get me wrong, every staff member probably has a different choice of what they would use. But that's what we're here for. We're here to tell you what we like and also what your options are. And that, in a nutshell, is it for today. I want to remind you, if you're a student, bring in your student card. You can sign up for points. You do get an extra 10% off on anything that is not on sale. We do offer promotions, and you can certainly take advantage of that as well. I want to thank you for joining me today. Just have a great week, and please keep on creating. Don't forget Friday with Schminke. We're looking forward to it, and I will see you next Tuesday. Till then, bye-bye for now.